time, right? We all know that app. We've all got these kind of apps, social medias. We all know about them. Snapchat, Instagram, sometimes WhatsApp, but not often because it's the main app we use for family group chats. Well, from personal experience, I never use many of these anymore because, well, that's the entire point of this video, the reason why I don't use them. And I think it's the same reason that are killing off, like, people my age around 15, 16 using the app. Because, well, I've been put off them, right? I used to love using Instagram and Snapchat to meet new people. I still do. But it does not feel the same anymore. Like, I cannot text any new people. Like, remember when text actually made sense before the days of abbreviations and shit like that? When, like, before the days of GTG has got to go, ARL is alright, and yeah is yeah, and K for okay. That can go on. There's loads of abbreviations that are quite popular. And literally, all of these, and I mean all of them, you can come up with one. I probably heard it, and I probably hate it. You'll piss me off, right? No one used to use them when you first got your phone. Your first things were to do, yes, let's go, baby. You can get apps, can get games, you can text my friends, call friends, whatever. Those were the days, yeah? We used abbreviations back then, but we had a reason, because we wanted to be cool, yeah? They're not cool anymore, yeah? Like, I remember getting my phone back in 2015, 2016. It was like the first Sony Xperia. It was a hand-me-down from my sister, yeah? Loved it, but I would always say, yo, did I have Instagram? No, I didn't have Instagram back then. I had something. I think it was WhatsApp or WeChat, the Chinese clone of WhatsApp. And I text my friend like, yeah, okay, you K and shit. And I thought, bruv, I'm popular now, yeah? I fit in with the cool kids, yeah? That was 6 years ago. And I've started to hate the thing I love, like, I don't use my phone as much as I used to, right? My OnePlus 8, yeah? I've had this phone a few months compared to my old one, what lasted 2 years. And my Xperia, that didn't last long because it was broke when I got it. And I remember, texting my friends hourly, still do, but I just can't hold the conversation as I used to, yeah? Because the conversations I used to love doing, I can't do them anymore. Well, not at the same extent. Like, April 2020, yeah? I met, like, a good few great friends on Instagram. All of which I do on Snapchat. Some I've still chat with, the others just don't reply. Is it me who screwed up? Not sure. Do I care? No, because it's in the past. But each month with someone new, something changed, like a new abbreviation, something new came, and I was like, nah, bruv. Can we go back to the olden days when texting were easy? Like, I keep getting the same texts off the same people, like, K. Right? If someone sends me a K, unironically, goodbye. See you in about 6 years. Can't be arsed with you. Go away, because it pisses me off. And good texts, I can actually chill with and have a decent convo with, they're the thing of the past. They're stuck in 2019, brovs. Stuck in the glory days of texting, yeah. Like, the main focused app for small abbreviated texts or just small replies is Snapchat. Instagram, not so much, because Instagram's where all the arguments happen. While Snapchat is where everyone's afraid to speak the mind. Because it's where, Snapchat tells you if someone's screen recording, if someone sent something dodgy, unsent a message, or screenshotted you. You can't, like, it's like basically China, it's filtered to shit. Like, I can make a huge list, and I have, and I'm going to list it later, with things that are wrong with people on Snapchat. Like, is it me, or just people don't give a fuck anymore on Snapchat? Like, we're trying to make a convo, you find someone new, you try and make a convo, it just doesn't stick. You speak for like, this is from my personal experience, right? I did someone who were fit, it lasted 2 days, because they assume for you to keep that convo going. And I'm like, if I start the conversation 2 days in a row, ain't it your turn? Like I can't keep going, man. You either not showing your interest, or are you just forgetting. Either way, can you tell me, please? Like, it's either someone fit or someone else who thinks you're fit, and either way, it just does not stick. Like, this person I had a great convo with, yeah, then it just died. So then, this is where shout out accounts started back in 2018. This is where they were big, and how they work is you'd find someone, you'd send them a picture, they'd put your picture on their account with so many hundred views. You do the same. You'll new people add you. But doing that, they'll think the people who'll add you, you think, well, you shout out and shit. But no, I'm trying to look for new friends and shit because my Snapchat is dry as an fanny. You get what I'm saying? Like, you always get spammed with the same recent photo, yeah? That grinds my gears down to a cinder. Really grinds my gears. Think about it. I'm gonna repeat the same point, but I'm gonna do it in more detail. Like, I wouldn't say it's the person who starts because they started and expect the same person to continue the point. Like, so say you add someone, you're trying to start a convo, but before you even sent the message, streaks. And if you don't know what a streak is, to anyone who's been living under a rock, it's a day-by-day photo spree where you send each other a photo at a different time to get a number pop up on your Snapchat. What is that? Why? That means nothing. It's literally a number to show off to other people saying you're either a slag or that you seek people's approval. Like, I'm a hypocrite, yeah? My Snapchat was like 59,000-ish. But I'd say that's about fake popular, because I'm fake popular. Because that's how it works. Anything over 100,000 shows you're real popular and that you're always chatting to someone. And that over 100,000 snap score, it's a warning, because they're the type of people to leave you on red or just send you a streak and never text you. And I can relate, it happens to me on the daily. It's been going on for years, bruv. It's like 2020 is when streaks started to kick off, I'd say. They've been going around for years, but that's when I started to get involved with them. And they just weren't working for me at all, and they just made me like a bit depressed in a way. Yeah, like, so I believe being left on red or seen is literally a punishment worse than death. I don't know which is worse, seen or red. I'd say seen, because it tells you that they've seen it, just not took the time to reply. And that, bruv, if you're gonna leave me on seen for like a good 2 days, and I have pictures of this, I'll show one now, winds me up, I'll start swinging. And that is one of the main ideas for this video. Abbreviations and being left on seen. And the people who just don't know how to start a convo, you say hey, they say hey, then what? Say if you like what kind of music you listen to, they reply. There's either two ways it can go. Either everyone will be fine, they'll keep asking you questions back and forth, everything's grand, or you'll ask, how's your music and that, and they'll be like, why are you asking that, bruv? Who you think you are, yeah? Want to scrap? And that, people are trying to start new friendships, and when you ask them a question to start a friendship, they'll be defensive. And in the good cases that they don't, they'll just go back to square one, where they'll expect you to constantly keep the conversation going, and it just does not work. The Machiavellian's top tips to keep a conversation going and to not piss off someone else, right? Step one, if they're going to say, like, so say they've sent you a message but you haven't seen it and you snap them, they snap you back and you never click into it because you just think there's SFS, shout streaks, take the time to read the conversations, because they're taking their time to open your Snapchats, yeah? Second of all, don't just assume the person to start the convo will always continue to start the convo, yeah? It's not 100%, it's 50-50. You both have to be in it. And if you have like that, what's the word? That fear of starting the conversation, which is common, I'm like that, just let them know. You don't have to be on forward just saying, like, look, I'm scared of start conversations, I'm just not very conversation wise. Just say that. And if they snap back at you, that's on them. Because that's what I'm like with people. If people can't start conversations because they have that fear, I'm respectful of that. I take that in, and I'll try and change my language to something that fits them, because I don't want to be offensive or seem on forward. So, third of all, always find something to continue a chat over. Could be anything. Like, my conversation pieces are normally music, old movies, and jokes, and that can literally be anything. It's piss easy. Number 4. Don't just assume someone's for shout out if they add you. Like, if you do shout out on someone else's account and someone adds you, they don't always want to be shouted out back. I'm like one of them. They don't work. So I don't do it. Like, they could be just looking for new friends. That's the whole point, to branch out to newer people. So you don't have to overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. They're just finding someone to talk to. Number 5. Learn some words or right. this is the main point here. Learn that some abbreviations of words do really piss people off. Like ALR for alright. Just like if you put ALR, you literally have the time to put alright. And if you don't, fine, go away. Pisses me off really bad. Like, the worst abbreviation is K for instead of OK. Like, say if we're having a good convo and I'm writing a good paragraph, like a good essay kind of thing, and you just reply it with K, is that saying you can't be asked chatting with me, or just K? Because how does anyone reply with K? Like, okay, do you put K back? Because back in the day, back when I first got my phone, someone would always put K to me because, well, they just did, and I understood that. Pissed me off. A few years later, I started doing that to them because it didn't piss me off, and it pissed them off, and it came back to haunt me. And it's like, it annoys me. Like, if you put K in a group chat, it's fine because it's a group chat, and like abbreviations in a group chat are fine anyway because everyone's fighting to who can reply first. Like, say if the jokes are having, everyone's putting a good joke, everyone's having the crack, and you put like K, so you don't have to speed type, put abbreviations in a joke to keep it going, then that is fine, I believe so, that is fine. Trust me, it annoys me. Like, really bad, like, there's always them things that can piss people off. Oh yeah, this ain't in the script, but I'm going to say it anyway. Mind your language over text. Like, say if someone's like, it's a good example, like LGBT. Think of what you're going to say. Like, try not to offend them is a good start. I'm saying this because I have a good few friends in the LGBT community. Love them all. I have no problem with them. And I mind what I say because I don't want to seem offensive because I'm not like that. I'm not racist either. So I mind what I say to try not to piss them off. That's fine. Like, say you're in a group chat and there's like a minority there, or an LGBTQ person, and someone's like, bruv, why not being who you are? Like, why not texting like you always are doing the cracks? The reason why is because I don't want to be offensive. I see this person's either LGBT or minority. I don't want to seem offensive. I'm having a crack with this person, yeah. I don't really care. I'm just trying not to be offensive. So, to finally finish this video, I think this video is going to be a long one, I ain't sure. But, teenagers with phones, yeah. If you're going to leave some people on red or snap them, learn how to be respectful. If you don't send abbreviations or short replies to your mate one-on-one, then don't do it to a complete stranger who's trying to be your friend. Because it just shows what kind of person you are. Like, just be fair to everyone in a text sense. I am. I always try to keep a convo going because I either like the person or the person's not good to speak to. So, learn the ropes of texting. It's not like, okay, alright, whatever. It's, yeah, okay. With the OK or OKAY. Text like it's 2015 when abbreviations weren't really big. So, to finish this video, I've been the Machiavellian, I've been your host, and I'm out.